All right, hello. So today I looked into the dev environment for contract development, right? We have a couple of options that you can use. We have Remix. You can look into Remix. You can look at Hardhat. You can look at Truffle. So I kind of explored Truffle and Hardhat today, and I'm going to be walking through like what both of them look like. Let me start with Truffle. Truffle is actually very simple. All you have to do is you have to init the repo. Once you init the repo, it's going to like create like migration folder, the contract folder, the build folder. Does it create? I'm not really sure about if it create the build folder, but I know it create the contract, the migration, the test. Now, npm init. This was created by me because I needed to use open the zip for my token, right? I needed to use yeah, opens up like for my token, and it's a very simple token, right? So to once you're done writing your contract, now to deploy your contract, you actually have to write maybe like a migration script. You're going to pull down your token, then you're going to specify the token that you want to deploy and the parameter to the token, and all you have to do is just run truffle. Truffle, you can run Truffle compile, and Truffle is going to compile the application. As you can see here, it compiles your application, right? Yeah. All right. So yeah, the application is compiled. All right. Now it's a bunch of weird information that you don't want to look like. All right. So it compiles the application into that. Yeah. So after your application is compiled, then you can go ahead and run your Truffle. Uh, yeah, then Truffle, all right, Truffle migrate, and it's going to run these two migration. So the first migration was run, which is it simply deploys migration. But the one I care about is the second one, which is my token, the Monday token, right? This is you see the contract of my token, the transaction hash, the block number of this particular transaction, which is the fourth transaction in the chain, which is going to be block zero. Okay, blocks zero. So account that is being used to deploy this token, and this account. Remember, to deploy the token into the chain, I need to pay for gas. So where does that come from? Actually, right? You have to set up your configuration for your blockchain, right? The node that your truffle is going to be interacting with. That is set up in here in your truffle config inside, right? Inside your network. By default, it will try to connect to your network, right? In this case, I'm running Ganache on 7525. Let me see, on 7525, right? So that's what it's connected by default, right? It's connected there by default. Now, if you want to change it, you can change it. You can change it if you want, but me, I want to use the default because it's running on the default port. Now, let me show you a real quick picture of my local, and I change the UI. So where are you? As you can see here, yeah, as you can see, this is my Kanachi right here. You can see the transaction. I think I closed out the contract. You can see this is where it's kind of, I run a local copy of this, you know, Ganache like text environment, and all Truffle does is just connect to it, pull down, use the force wallet, right, and use that to pay for gas. Yeah, it simply looks at the RPC server, connect to it, use the force wallet, and deploys the contract. You will be able to see this if I deploy a contract. Let me try to run this again, and you should be able to see it. npm migrate, Truffle migrate, come on, compiling, boom. All right, now if you look at, as you can see, the contract, remember we had two migration. Well, so one of them is deployed, both of them are deployed, contract creation by Truffle, you can see. So this is how Truffle kind of works. It's not that bad, to be honest. It's not that bad. And I like the package structure. It's really, really not that bad. Now let's move on to the second one, which is going to be Hardhat. Hardhat looks pretty simple, right? It looks very, very simple actually. So it looks very, very, very simple. So basically for Hardhat, it has a folder called contract. It has what called script. Contract, of course, is where you write your contract, right? It has that config where you specify your Solidity version, blah, blah, blah. Then it has what called the script repo where you actually, remember, it's like Truffle. It has a different folder. Truffle call it the deployment, as you can see here, or migration rather, and this one just called the script, right? Right here also, you do something, you pull down your contract, well, you get your contract, you deploy your contract, right? But in the case of Hardhat, right, you can actually use Ganache, right? But it's recommended for you to use the Hardhat network. So it's like an EVM, like Ganache, if I'm pronouncing that right. But it allows for more debugging, right? And how you do that is very simple. You simply run it. You run it, Hardhat, right? So what it does is that it just creates like an EVM for you, like the same like the mainnet with couple of accounts, and when you're ready to deploy your script, when you're about to run your deploy script, you simply run, Hardhat run network. You are telling me to connect to the local Hardhat network that you're running here, and to run this particular script. And if you do that, it's going to take out this transaction. It create a contract call in a Sunday token, the contract address transaction, right? Yeah. So basically, that's it. That's the two one. They are very similar environment, but one thing I noticed that Hardhat as it's more simplified, but Truffle is more established in the industry because it's been around for longer, right? So for now, I think I might move forward with Hardhat, depending on how well it's integrated with other services, which is very, very good, which so far has been not that bad. I think one missing piece is the fact that I have to write a script to deploy. Instead of running a command, I just say deploy this particular script. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Those, take what you will with these two things and try to make sense of it, but those are the two patterns of Truffle and Hardhat. If you have any question, just leave it in the comment section.